The darkest trial in history. When a pope put a corpse on trial. Today we were diving into one of the strangest and most shocking events in the history of the Catholic Church. It's a tale of power, revenge, and a macabre trial unlike any other. This is the story of Pope Stephen VI and how he put his deceased predecessor, Pope Formosus, on trial. Let's get into the details of this bizarre event. Let's start with some context. We're in the 9th century, a time when the Catholic Church held immense political and spiritual power. Pope Formosus, who served as pope from 891 until his death in 896, was a controversial figure. He had many enemies, including the future pope, Stephen VI. After Formosus' death, Stephen VI ascended to the papal throne. But instead of letting bygones be bygones, Stephen decided to do something unprecedented. In 897, he ordered that the corpse of Formosus be exhumed and put on trial in what would later be known as the Cadaver Synod. Imagine this scene. Formosus' decaying corpse was dug up, dressed in papal vestments, and seated on a throne in the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. Before a gathering of clergy and onlookers, the trial began. Stephen VI, consumed by rage, confronted the corpse with various charges, including unlawfully assuming the papacy. But how could a corpse defend itself? Well, it didn't. A deacon was appointed to speak on behalf of Formosus. And, as you might guess, the outcome was preordained. Formosus was found guilty of all charges. His papal acts and ordinations were retroactively annulled. After the verdict, Formosus's body was stripped of its vestments, and 3 fingers from his right hand, used for blessings, were cut off. His corpse was then thrown into the Tiber River. But the story doesn't end there. Stephen VI's actions sparked outrage across Rome, among the clergy and the populace alike. The sheer horror and absurdity of the trial led to widespread unrest. Not long after the Cadaver Synod, Stephen VI was deposed, imprisoned, and eventually strangled to death in his cell. The Cadaver Synod stands as one of the most bizarre episodes in the history of the Catholic Church, highlighting the extremes of political and religious conflict during that era. While it may seem like something out of a dark tale, it's a true story that continues to fascinate historians to this day. If you found this story as intriguing as we did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.